Hello and welcome to LowerBitrate, the podcast number 45, the better of the 45s. Take that as you will.
Yeah, I don't get it, but hi, welcome everybody. That was a real low energy intro. I apologize.
Fine, it's been a low energy week.
We're just gonna have a chill podcast. To be honest, we normally record during the day when there's sun outside. This is the first time I recall us recording when it's not daylight hours. So yeah, let's do a after dark lower bit rate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm approaching the boomer hour where my ass needs to go to bed. So we'll see how this goes. As usual, thanks for listening. Check our social links because we might be doing a giveaway soon, and we're not going to announce it on the podcast. We're going to do it on the social links. So if you're not following it, do so.
That's a good idea. Yeah, make sure you're following us. We have a Twitter. There's a Discord that we use for movie nights. Join us every Monday at 7 for the movies. We've been doing that for several weeks now. Feels
Months.
like at least 50.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's only been like 12 probably.
I don't think so. I think it's been far more than that.
Well, anybody been counting? Let us know how many movies we've watched, how many hours were lost.
I'm seeing at least episode 28. So at least 20,
Wow.
27. We saw Knives Out in 26. We saw Lupin. I think Lupin the Third was the first one, so it's 25. So about 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, such a good movie. I think there were ones before that. Like we watched the Todio
Totoro.
Studio Ghibli. Ghibli. I still don't know how to say it, but we watched that collection.
Yes.
Anyway, nothing like a nice look back into the past. Tell me, how was your week?
Before that, though, it's still Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're still going to drop that link if you want to give back or just make yourself aware. Dangerously close to Election Day as well. We are less than 2 weeks away. So 13 days away. Get out and vote if you can. Help out.
Yeah. Vote early. Yay.
Yeah, vote early. I think that's the best thing you can do is probably vote early. Try to avoid some lines or whatever. Try to avoid being, one of 70,000 people having COVID every day. That'd be a good thing. What else? I wanted to say one more thing. I forgot. Anyway, my week was okay. Lots of Destiny.
Uh-huh.
They're getting rid of a lot of things, so I am catching up. Some things have been out of reach at this point. It's too late for me to catch up and get them. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just preparing for the new DLC. I'm definitely gonna play it. I've been playing it with friends. This is the thing that I've been doing now. Playing it with friends, and it's infinitely more fun rather than solo drool grinding by myself.
What have you been doing with friends?
Just like shooting the shit in like chat or whatever.
No, but like what sort of like activities in Destiny?
Oh, like everything, like the raids, the dungeons, the nightfalls, the master night hunts, every high light or power, whatever you want to call it, activities. Couple of memes. We tried to do a Garden of Salvation raid because I was like, "Hey, would you guys help me get this exotic?" And it's a guaranteed raid exotic. And
Yeah.
they helped me, knowing that it would be like an hour and a half or so, run through it quick. It was 3 people, 2 friends, myself, and 3 randoms.
Yeah.
2 of them must have snorted a fucking 8 ball before they started playing. And then the other one was lost. It took us almost 4 hours to complete this shit.
Uh-huh.
And it's a meme.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah.
The game doesn't change, like
It's actually
that's why
kind
I'm
of
like,
worse.
oh.
We kept on dying to glitches in the game. And the thing with getting the exotic, that specific one, because normally you would just like reset, right? Like go back to orbit, go back in. No, we were almost done with the puzzle and needed to finish the final boss. And if you leave, you have to do the whole thing over again. And then me being fucking dumb, I couldn't do half of the puzzles. I was like, listen, guys, I'm stupid. Give me the easiest job, please.
Mhm.
But yeah, um, that's pretty much the bulk of what I've been doing. No fault for me for I think 6 days now.
Okay.
Fucking over it. Sorry, over it. Real over it. Um, I have good news. I got accepted to do a alpha test weekend of Predecessor. I have nothing to do,
Ah,
so
we're all so proud.
yeah. But I don't want to get too hyped because it's gonna be only 2 days, and if I really like it, then I'm gonna have that itch that I can't scratch because the servers are gonna go down. So I'm just gonna play it with an open mind, and that's pretty much it. I got my mom and myself our iPhones finally decided.
Mhm.
Um, I'm getting the blue one, the blue Pro. My mom was gonna get the blue 12, the regular one,
Yeah.
but I decided I was like, okay, I'll front the extra money for you. Get the Pro one that you want. So she got the gold one, and then we're supposed to be getting that within I think Friday.
Wow. Yeah, they come quick. Wow, that's a nice blue.
Yeah, it's pretty. It looks really really nice. What sold me was it's like satin on the back, like a satin
Mhm.
finish.
That's what I have on my iPhone 8E.
Yeah, it's really really nice. So we got our accessories already that came in the mail from Apple, and yeah, I'm excited to have a new phone. I'm tired of the 10 that I have right now. So
I got real tired of my isn't it called the X or something?
supposed to be the
Um,
10, but yeah, iPhone X 10, same thing.
iPhone 10. Yeah, I got real tired of mine. That's why I downgraded. Okay, so I'm seeing there's like their classic kind of rose gold and then a black gray and then a light gray and then a white.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be 4 colors. The
One of those
cobalt
was a
blue,
blue, I suppose. Okay.
yeah, Pacific blue, or a gold, a graphite, which is basically black, and then a white one, which has stainless steel uh polished sides. They're all stainless steel, but they're colored to the colors, except for the white one, because you can't do white, I guess.
Cool. I was just curious. I like colors. So that's exciting. Comes on Friday.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped too, because I'm normally the boring person that either gets the white one or the black one, and never go for the colors. So this is the first one that's gonna have a color, and of course I'm gonna put a case on it, so it doesn't really matter.
You could get a clear case.
Yeah, I saw that, but they have this thing called the MagSafe thing,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a prerequisite that they have to have magnets in the case. And if you have a clear case, you have like this, I don't know, it looks like a floppy disk in the back of it, like this white floppy disk symbol. It's really fucking ugly. So I
Huh.
was like, no, no clear. But normally, yeah, I would go for that. Yeah, it's my week. Meh.
Think about my week. I wasn't feeling great, so I've spent a lot of time watching TV and movies. That's been fun. Um, Lots of stuff to talk about soon, but yeah. Also have been playing some Clubhouse games while just being a potato in bed. Sometimes like you just need to recharge from life and be a potato. So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I'd love to talk about what I've been watching. And as always, get feedback on what you guys are watching. Give me more things to watch.
Yeah, especially this week. This week is important because the finale for Lovecraft Country
Yeah.
just happened a few days ago. So we have a week or two, actually 2 weeks of Dead Space. Because when The Mandalorian comes out is when the next episode is going to release. So we'll see that and have that for, the following week. It's going to be, I think it was last season as well, or last year actually. Wow. Where, we were always a week behind. So yeah. Let us know. Give us something to watch, please.
Do. Um, as always, we love to consume. Also, we like to hear about what you're consuming.
Drugs.
Also, Netflix.
I'm gonna argue that's a drug too.
Yeah, I agree.
So one thing that happened last week, right after we recorded, we got a big bombshell.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I thought this was like an onion thing.
No, it's definitely not an onion thing. He just leaving Bungie. Kind of like it spells the end of an era, right? For us at least, because he was like the face, like the liaison between the players and the developers.
Forever, the voice.
Yeah, so
He
he's.
always and he hosted all this stuff on their Twitch and um so yeah, that's really surprising.
I think he was the one
What
that
is
was.
he leaving for? Like,
Yeah,
cuz he is like the community manager, right? Like
he's
name
definitely
an
T1.
industry. Yeah, name an industry community manager. Deej. Like,
Very few have. I mean, like,
and he's known for having a good reputation too. Like he's not infamous.
yeah. He's also has the will of steel. 'Cause some of these Destiny people, man, they get into cycles. And they get really vicious towards the end.
Yeah, and he always handled it with class. Even when like someone would remember when he was streaming and someone dropped into his live voice chat lobby and told Deej to suck his balls. It's one of my favorite Deej memories.
Oh, that one guy that got banned from Twitch. LOL. Crying about his ban. LOL. Times two.
He had been banned. Wouldn't be his last time. Anyway, that still stands as my favorite Deej memory. But on a serious note, Deej was all class. And he set a good example, for people in the industry, maybe on, behind the scenes, but then also since he was the liaison for behind the scenes to, the consumers, he was the one on the front line, like for Destiny. Oh my goodness. Like he had to explain away so many lies and bullshit, and he always did it really well. So, Deej, you're good at your job. Can't wait to see what he moves on to. Can I come to your party?
It has to be big.
I met Deej. He had just finished a panel, but he had fans. Like people were there to see Lupo. People were there. Like She Snaps was there and other Destiny streamers. And he got done with the panel and like people were waiting, me one of them, to say hi to Deej. Like just wanted to meet the face of Destiny.
Huge OnlyFans coming soon.
AKA Deejus. He's our savior.
Next up.
Yeah, fill me in on this, please. I've been trying to catch up.
So I put this on the list because it's fucking ridiculous to say the least. So Twitch came out with stream beats or stream music or whatever they, bit off of Harris Heller from his service, Stream Beats. Because, hello, Amazon is here, mainstream is here. Took a little bit of time to get here, but we're here now. Mainstream media now knows about streaming. And if you want a little history lesson, previously there was a little gray area in the law where you'd be able to stream music because technically you're not distributing it. So it would be you did in the VOD, but it would be okay for you to listen to. Artists like it because they get to you discover a lot of music from Twitch streamers. There's a VR streamer. We could probably talk about this on another week, but it's something called a mute that deserves its own episode. I'll tell you about it later. But it's a VR avatar, and she dances in like a waifu avatar. Don't fucking judge me. I'm there for the music. And yeah, that puts those streams in jeopardy because people have been getting DMCA takedowns. You don't know what DMCA is? It's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. 3 of those on Twitch and you're out. Just like on YouTube.
You can be banned for just one, even.
Yeah, if they're big enough. So the way this goes, this is probably similar for Twitch, but on YouTube, if you get a DMCA, it's like equivalent to a strike on your channel on YouTube. Very serious legal shit, and you have to counterclaim that. And you counterclaim it, and they say no, eat my ass. This still stands. You have to go take them to court. That's how this works. So Twitch streamers have been getting DMCA takedowns for VODs that have been deleted 7 months ago. So you don't even know what was playing, who was claiming it. You're just getting a notice saying, hey, you have a DMCA strike on your channel for something that was deleted. Since you deleted it, you can't counterclaim this. I'm sorry. Have a good day. You lose.
Good day, you lose. Wow. Okay. I would not going to say I told you so, but maybe I should tweet it more. When I stream, I talk about it. I just, hey, don't play music you don't own. Because yes, Amazon bought Twitch and here they come. Like, just how more mainstream streaming has become, like politicians stream. We'll talk about that later. But people know about Twitch now. The boomers are coming. That means a lot of eyes and a lot of money, is being looked at. So just don't ever play copyrighted music. This flares up on Twitch. I've been on Twitch for 5 years, and this happens. Like, how often does this DMCA thing flare up? Like, because one recording studio will sweep through Twitch with their like new bug, some sort of like new tool they got, and it'll just auto file claims. And Twitch is powerless, guys. Like, to explain a little bit of it really badly, is Twitch is not the one, like, they claim they can't do anything about it. And they're kind of right, because the law states one thing, and so they just take a swift action with a huge like guillotine and just remove like large swaths of content in order to cut out them being sued, because Twitch is at risk of being sued because it happened on their platform. They say it's against their terms of service, but they actually moderate this because of the amount of money on the line. So just like, don't get involved in it. Yeah. Play music that is DMCA free, and you have different choices of that. Yeah, it can be hokey, but do you want to risk your channel? Like, it doesn't matter the size of your channel. So,
Yeah, and
oof.
it's primarily because of the upper echelon of streamers. They make thousands and thousands of dollars. And if somebody's, I mean, this is such a cuck way of thinking about it, but if someone's song is playing in the background and someone gets $10,000, these music executives, these boomers, feel like they're entitled to some portion of that money. That's just how it is. It's just the reality of it. People are fucking dumb, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think playing copyrighted music on Twitch without a license is pretty much dead. Otherwise, you're gonna get banned. No if or ands or buts. And like you said, Twitch is powerless in this. A DMCA takedown is a legal takedown. This is not, you know,
Someone else filed it. Like,
right. This is
it,
deliberate.
it wasn't like one of your mods got sour one day and reported one of your VODs. This was found using some sort of tool that uses an algorithm to search out their own music. I don't know how it works, but I've seen it happen. I wish I could remember the past 2 names that it happened with, where even it will happen without the artist wanting it to happen. They'll be like, "No, I want my music played on Twitch."
I can give you
But
one if you want.
sure, was it Juice World or something?
Juice World and Tfue.
Okay, thank you. Juice World, and then Juice World
R.I.P. by the way.
showed up on Twitter and was like, "I didn't want this to happen, but my studio, did this," and he was trying to undo it. So it was really interesting. People get real mad because they think that content is theirs. It's actually Twitch's. That's why Twitch has to act in the way that they do, with is ruthlessly. And yeah, just don't. Even if you don't understand it, you feel like arguing, do a little bit of research on DMCA and what that means now in the streaming space, as the laws try to keep up badly with the current pace of technology and the current pace of like platforms like Twitch. So Facebook, on the other hand, lets you play copyrighted music. That fact is being sold to users as to which platform they should stream their content on. Hey, you want to play whatever music you fucking want? Facebook will front the bill. Okay? But Twitch and Amazon don't operate that way.
Nope. Jeff Bezos wants your money and nothing more.
Or he doesn't want to pay for your little streams to be able to play, the WAP.
Speaking of WAP, AOC. Kidding.
We
yeah.
just like the what are they called? Is it anagram? AOC, WAP, and NYC. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
No more.
So AOC, if you don't know who that is, it's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, 14th District of New York Congresswoman, decided to play Among Us with a few upper echelon T1 Twitch streamers, Dr. Lupo, Pokimane, Myth, Hassan. I think another Congresswoman, Elon Omar, was there as well. Yeah, she was playing for 435,000 people.
If you had said 60,000, I would be like, wow. But the fact that that many tuned in is incredible. I can't wait to see. I guess Twitch is no longer a gaming platform. It's now a political platform. You have Congress people, Congresswoman, Congressman streaming on Twitch. I told you the boomers were here.
Well, she's not a boomer. She's like my age. She's like 30-ish. She plays video games, on the low. Like League of Legends or Dota or something like that.
Well, just give it 5 more minutes. We're going to see Ted Cruz with his sniveling face having a Twitch. Like, it's coming.
Oh man, I'd pay good fucking money to see Bernie Sanders play video games on the fucking internet. I would pay real good money.
He has a Twitch, but no, he doesn't game to my knowledge.
What game would Bernie Sanders be great in? It has to
Mm,
be voice chat enabled.
CS:GO.
I am once again asking you to peak mid.
Hey, let us know in feedback. I would love to see this. I'm sure internationally, even people know who Bernie Sanders is. He ran for the last presidential election. Very famously,
Meme
a
Lord.
meme.
Yeah.
Yes, in many ways. My
There's
favorite one was him pointing to an easel, and so he just,
yes.
he says,
Stay home if you sick. Come over if you thick.
yeah. Yes. And that was like a pandemic, when the pandemic, we were like, this is hilarious. And I was like, oh, that's too real,
Not
too
funny
soon.
anymore.
Anyway, let me know what game would Bernie Sanders stream if he streamed games on Twitch?
Probably a Minecraft, dude.
I was gonna say, I don't know, maybe tabletop, or like he could even do something like marbles on stream and just go off the whole time. Remember marbles on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna cough myself into an asthma attack or laugh myself into an asthma attack. Yeah. Good old marbles on stream.
Yeah, but claps for AOC for, bridging the gap between video games and politics. Her spiel was to get people to vote. So I think she
So
accomplished that.
it's very hard to have a camera 12 inches from your face and a microphone probably 1 inch from your mouth. I'm sure she was using a headset or something. But anyway, and to be fake, right? Like we say, like on Twitch, like you can't fake it because there's just so much you're thinking about. Like you're thinking about like she streamed a game. She didn't just do just chatting or something. Like she was playing a video game, which, that's brave of her. I don't know if she's a gamer, but just playing a video game, is really intimidating to people that aren't gamers, at least casually. And she was funny and entertaining. And for hundreds of thousands of people, like, way to be thrown into the deep waters. Like, wow, power to you, AOC, for seems like she's not actually an asshole, like it's hard to be fake, is my point, while you're Twitch streaming.
Yeah. She seemed very genuine, like genuinely interested in Among Us. Among Us is not a mechanically intensive game. And I think she caught a little bit of a break, cuz when you stream Among Us, it's less about you and more about the interactions around you.
True.
So, you could technically get carried, content wise on an Among Us stream.
I
Especially when
disagree. I'm so bad at Among Us, and I don't get carried. People are just like,
no,
why
I was
don't you
talking
just
about like
go?
content wise, like any dead space in
Oh, yeah, streamers were there to like
yeah,
back her
pick
up.
it up. You know what I mean? Or just even if she wasn't saying anything, people would be interested in what was happening on the screen, even if it didn't involve her. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think she caught a little bit of a break. But I tuned in for it for a little bit while I was playing some, Destiny, and it was pretty fun. I didn't think it was cringy or anything like that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think, she gets trolled really harshly, at least by her like peers or people across the aisle, from her political beliefs, just for her age and just that she used to have a working class job. Anyway, lots of reasons. So it doesn't surprise me that this congresswoman would be able to slip right into Twitch, like the toxic environment it can be. She's just used to like swatting away these flies all day, every day. So she ready.
Yeah. Big news, in 9 days or 1 week from when you see this, The Mandalorian will be out.
On the 30th.
Yeah. And my I think that I'm being charged right before for another year of Disney Plus. I'm like, you fuckers, Disney.
Mm.
You know how to get me.
Well, we could always do it as a movie night instead. We could watch it that way.
Yeah, I still have to pay for them. My mom likes all the Disney movies. So And $70 per year is not that bad. So it's like you're paying for 10 months, $7, you get 2 free. So
Yeah, if your mom likes it, you got to get it. There's a lot of entertainment on there.
Something
Anything to keep her off the YouTubes. That thing is a toxicity pool.
yeah, she's gonna get a new phone, so gonna re-download everything, get her YouTube back. I'm looking forward to that.
Tell her to subscribe.
Definitely not. Super excited. Euphoria is coming back.
For 2 episodes.
2 special episodes. December 6th is gonna be the first one. I don't know when the second one's gonna come out. So Zendaya posted something that it will be back. So hopefully they do like a little special or something like that. I really wish they would address the theories that people have about the show. Maybe this main character is, excited.
What? Okay.
Okay, spoiler alert. Mute your shit for like 15 seconds, starting now. So the theory is that Rue in the show is dead and has been dead. She OD'd and died.
Yeah.
So, spoiler
Okay.
back.
Hi, we're back. Yeah. I don't like that theory, but anyway. Okay, so yeah, we're getting 2 bonus episodes. Make sure you watch the show. It's very good. The music is amazing. Just the way that it's shot, it's so beautiful. Like, it's beautifully tragic. Worth the watch.
Give it a few episodes too. I mean, like, you could easily write off the first 2 episodes as like teenage drama trash, but if you give it a few, it grows on you.
Like, you'll see from the beginning, you're like, oh, this is not Gossip Girl like I thought it was.
Yeah, but some people, I don't know, some people watch TV or movies or whatever, and it takes them a little bit longer to appreciate something. And then some people just gravitate towards something, from the very beginning.
No, you're right. It has to grow on you. And then you really realize the show isn't going to focus on one particular person. It's going to tell many stories that are very interesting. Like, you'll have your favorite, but all the stories are interesting and worth a watch.
Yeah, like, fun fact, I hated Parks and Recreation the first time I saw it. Hated it.
Blasphemy.
And then I rewatched it, and then it's one of my favorite shows.
Happy ending.
We got another return. This one I didn't see coming. I was actually thinking about this show very recently because I saw a YouTube video about it. I wanted to be reminded how fucking shit that ending was, and if my anger was justified, and I still think it is. But Dexter is returning.
Yay.
10 episodes, like a special mini series or something like that, in 2021. What's the main guy's name? Michael Hall.
Michael C. Hall.
Michael C. Hall. Yeah.
Right?
I think it's yeah. He's returning. I don't know who else is returning, but we'll see. I'm open to it, but who knows? Are you hyped for this or no?
I am. I like Dexter a lot. Did not like that ending at all. I hope I hope we're getting something good from this.
Yeah, I mean the first 3 seasons for Dexter were really, really fucking good, and then 4 kind of like slipped a little bit, and then where it ended for me was the end of 4, because the end of 4 was when someone major dies, and then they had like this plot armor that kept like recurring over and over and over again. The season 5 picks up right after 4, like literally seconds after. So we'll see. You want to talk about?
Yeah, well, what's the Number one person you'd like to see back. Besides Dexter, obviously.
Aren't they all dead? The only person that's really alive is, I think, the Officer Angel. Jokes is dead, right?
Yes.
La whatever her name is, she's dead. Deb is
Deb
dead.
isn't dead.
Yeah. He
Oh, my bad.
suffocates her with the pillow.
Right. I forgot. Jeez.
Oh, I'm very passionate about this. I remember everything from this shit ending of the show. The only person realistically, I mean, okay, so they would obviously this would have to be like a reboot, right, of some sort, like catching up with him while he's in that lumber mill,
Mm-hmm.
and then he has to, like, get his killing urges back, and Dexter has to die, right?
I'm just like, yeah, what are they bringing back? So I have no idea. I was gonna say like Rita would be my choice, but she's dead, so I didn't know if it was gonna be like a cast reprieve or what.
The only people that are significant that are still alive in that show are Angel, which was the guy under Lawerta. I don't even know if he's dead. I don't remember him dying. And then the girl with his kid that he had with Rita.
Yeah.
Those are the only three people of significance that I can remember. Other than that, everybody's like either dead or irrelevant.
Right. What about the creepy perverted blood guy, the lab?
Didn't he die too?
Man, it's been too long. I need a rewatch.
I can't go through that heartbreak again.
I just liked it when it was funny.
See, what lost me with Dexter is they could have redeemed themselves with killing him in the end, but they didn't. But he developed this sort of like plot armor that had no stakes for him. He would always outsmart them. He would always, find a way around everything.
Or get lucky.
Yeah. Like, the stars would align for him over and over and over again. And I'm like, dude, no.
Yeah.
For a show like this, what made it appealing in the very beginning is you didn't know how far he could take it. But then when he keeps, almost getting caught and then everybody just miraculously dies, you know what I mean? Nah. No. Not a good show at the very end.
At the end, yeah. So I'd like to bring up the point again on how excellent Breaking Bad is. I know I've beat this like a dead horse, but it had such a good ending. Like, shows that have good endings are so satisfying. Yes, you can remember like the good times on the show, but do you see how I'm like completely blacking out on I've blocked out from my memory how bad the Dexter ending was. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oof.
It's just some characters are meant to die. Some horrible characters, some, anti-heroes, they're meant to die. And Dexter needed to die. He was a serial killer.
Yeah.
And, have some argue that him being alive is like he wanted to die is a much more severe punishment. I'm like, yeah, but it's not poetic. Kill that motherfucker in some way.
Okay.
I thought Dad was gonna kill him in like, but no, apparently not.
That's what should have happened, if anything.
Ugh,
Did having
I'm annoyed.
Well, are you gonna watch this?
Yes, I will watch it. I will give it a fair shake. But I still have that sour taste in my mouth from that last season.
Is it on Showtime?
Showtime, yes.
I have to I don't watch anything on Showtime.
Yeah,
Make sure.
Showtime has not had a good show in a very long time.
Yeah, they're like trying to get their Game of Thrones.
I think the last Showtime show I can remember watching, besides Dexter, was Weeds. That's another show
Man,
too.
talk about a bad ending.
Yeah, that was another bad ending.
Oh,
With
that
the
was
time skip.
terrible where they took the show. Ugh.
Yeah, there was a fun, quirky show in the very beginning seasons, and then it got weird. I don't know.
Really weird.
You been watching some stuff, some TV, some movies?
Yeah. Let's see. Should we start with TV?
I think it's mixed, so just pick it.
Um, as far as TV goes, I've been watching The Good Place. I'm still in season 1. Apparently it gets very different, but yeah, still I'm at the end of season 1. I think I'm on like episode 10 or 11. It's just a really easily consumable show. It's like Parks and Rec. It has that same humor because it's made by that same person, the person that made The Office and Parks and Rec, Mike Schur. So I like it. It has Ted Danson and Kristen Bell so far as like knowable main characters. And just an example, it's an afterlife. Either you go to the good place or you go to the bad place. Do you know who Adam Scott is?
Sounds familiar.
He's Ben. He is Leslie's like boyfriend. The guy that
Yes.
comes into he was like a tax guy. um anyway, he plays an amazing asshole. Amazing jerk. Okay. So he gets called in to go pick up one of the characters to take him to the bad place. And him rolling in was very funny. Like, just because in the good place, they have like frozen yogurt and the flavor of finding your lost cell phone, like things like that, like flavors of feelings. And it's just like froyo and dining out all day. But the bad place, they're like, we're going to torture you. And the demon that shows up is Adam Scott. I liked it a lot. That's where I'm at right now. So
How
watch
many
it.
seasons?
I don't know. At least 2.
Okay. Sounds familiar to like Good Omens, the Amazon show.
Yeah, about like a reimagination. Although Good Omens was very biblical. Like there was
Yeah.
a Garden of Eden. Like they went backwards through the Bible. I just was raised on all those Bible stories. So yeah, I was like, whoa, they really jumped headfirst into the Bible here for source material.
Okay, cool. What is it on?
The Good Place is on Netflix. It was an NBC show. I don't know why. Isn't there a thing called Peacock, which is hilarious? That's NBC shows. So I don't know why. Maybe NBC is going to pull all their shows to their streaming service. So we would lose Parks and Rec, The Office, 30 Rock, and this show, The Good Place,
I think
among
The Office
others.
is going to HBO Max.
Huh.
I think it's going to be pulled or was pulled from Netflix.
Like Futurama. So sad.
Yeah, the streaming wars.
I need Futurama in my life. You can watch some of them, I think, but they pulled like so many of those seasons.
Yeah.
Anyway, I also started watching True Blood. I've already seen it. Yes, it was a terrible show. The first season though is a banger. If you want to watch this low country murder mystery with fantasy elements, lots of fantasy, also lots of sex, watch True Blood. If you like vampires, just watch True Blood. So started watching it with my roommate and bestie, and that's the same person. There's not 3 of us that I know of. It was fun to restart it because you do really get into the characters, like the love story of the main character and this vampire that wanders into their small town. Um, is it's based on the Southern Vampire Mystery series by Charlene Harris. I bought all the books. That's how much I like the first season of True Blood. I think there's 10 books. Read them all. But it's a classic like romance. She's a romance writer and she wrote a supernatural romance called The Southern Vampire Mysteries, and Alan Ball picked it up and made an HBO show about it with lots of sex. So, yeah, watch it.
One of the HBO shows I gotta get into.
It's it's silly.
Yeah, it's not my
Alan
thing.
Ball did 6 Feet Under. So it's got that kind of like very heavy with emotions like right in your face. I don't know. It's just you'll see it.
Yeah, it to me though, it's like one of those. It has very, flary drama. I think I did see the first season and got into the second season. I was kind of like, like I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like you would have to be super into it. Like, ooh, like you love juicy drama like that. Not for me.
6 Feet Under?
True Blood.
Oh. All right. I understand, but it's I don't know. Season 1, watch it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Well, movie-wise, I watched the Netflix project called Project Power, starring Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Forgot to mention that. Watch it. It's cool. I watched it for the second time and I saw a lot more. Like it's supposed to be New Orleans. I don't know if they shot it in New Orleans, but it really looked like New Orleans and they did a really good job. Anyway, watch it. It's on Netflix. It was, paid for by Netflix. And then I watched Birds of Prey. The Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It has Kesha playing, like girl power going while she shoots glitter bombs. Like, they really tried to clean up the the like Joker and Harley, how like abusive and dark it's always dark and it always has some like abusive undertones because yes, it's a relationship between 2 criminals, one of which has been brainwashed by the other. So it's like that's the story, but so it's just funny how they try to kind of clean that up. So like all these little girls wearing Daddy's Little Monster t-shirts I've seen in past years where I like my eye kind of twitches at it. Like,
Yeah. Like,
not for little girls. I think they tried to clean it up and make it more so that the people that were consuming it, which are young people, including young women, then they'll have more of like the shirts changed from Daddy's Little Monster to like it says Harley fucking Quinn, like in different places. Like you could buy the whole like her whole fashion at like Hot Topic or something. So it's just different. It's like put a lot of light on her and like, oh look, she's strong and she's independent. She's not this abuse victim, like we portrayed her in every other movie. It's just different. Girl power. It's like Spice World and DC Comics. Have you
yes,
ever seen Spice World?
I might have.
I watched that movie so many times. It's a great film. Watch it.
Yeah. Birds of Prey was the last movie I saw in movie theaters. RIP movie theaters. Um, yeah, the pacing for me was wrong. It was like Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn. Oh shit, Birds of Prey. We have to do this movie. Crash. You know what I mean? At the very end, it got real cool at the end. Um, and I will admit, I'm a huge Margot Robbie fan. I will watch
Mm.
her in anything. I watched that stupid fucking movie with Will Smith called Focus. Trash movie. Only watched it because Margot Robbie was in it. I'll watch her in a live action,
Do you think
recreation of Barney. I don't care.
so? Will Smith is like, I'll do that movie if you do this movie.
Apparently they were borking too, so that makes much more sense.
Yeah, why they had a few projects together.
Yeah, back to back.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would have preferred if Birds of Prey was a Harley Quinn movie. Only Harley Quinn.
Yeah, because then they could have made the Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. I hate when they use movies to like prop up for a sequel. That's what they did.
Yeah, but then again, you can't really put much faith in DC's extended universe because they have none. That's just the fact. There've been in the last, 5 or 6 years. There's going to be 3 Batmans. Hello. You go a little
Three
bit
Bat.
further. There's
Yeah.
4. So, yeah, we'll leave that DC shit over there. But Birds of Prey is a good popcorn flick. I will give it that.
What did you think of the main bad guy, whose name I can't remember, but had Zaz working under him, and he would peel off faces, and his name was Ewan McGregor. He was Obi-Wan from the like shitty Star Wars.
Yeah, he was a little flamboyant.
Yeah, not great. Like I was like, he's just doing a Sam Rockwell, right?
Yeah, he was very extra. He didn't fit well in the
It's like,
film.
dude, you're not the Joker. Like,
Yeah, I didn't. Ewan McGregor is a really good actor, but this was a paycheck for him. Yeah, not good at all.
he was just a guy. He wasn't a villain. He was just a you know,
He was just
a
a
man
dude
with
that owned the club and that just so happened to be a supervillain at the very end when he put the mask on. I was like, dude, where'd you get that from? Party City? Come on, bro.
right. Yeah, I was like, what's with the Skeletor mask? And then they quickly, to set him up as a villain, said like, oh, his dad owns Ace Chemicals. Harley Quinn blew it up, or like has this like criminal underground because he's trying to show his dad like you shouldn't build power on. I don't know, like it didn't make any sense, and it wasn't interesting at all. The like little breadcrumbs they dropped about him.
Yeah, it's a flat movie. Real
But
flat.
Glitter and Kesha.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's what I've been consuming, TV and movies. You want to talk about movie night?
Yeah. So the next movie we're gonna watch is The Witches, the remake. Anne Hathaway's in it. That'll be
Yeah.
on.
If you haven't seen the original of The Witches, you're lucky. Because as a child, I watched that movie. I don't know why. I guess it would like come on TV. It was supposed to be made for children, as this Witches is kind of presented, right? Like as like kind of a young adult movie. It's terrifying. Like I'm a little scared to watch the remake because, oh my God, that movie terrified me. Those witches, they had really good costume makeup. There was no CGI. Probably hundreds of mice were killed during the making of this film.
Don't tell Peter shit.
Oh my God, that's awful. At least now they can CGI them. I don't think it's going to make it as scary. So we'll see. If you'd like some nightmare fuel, say you want to blow your sleep schedule, do yourself a favor and watch The Witches, the original one.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's terrifying.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching this on the 26th of October, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Do I live on the East Coast? Yes, I do. Um, and
Hello.
2 a.m. Oi boy time. My favorite thing.
Shout out to the Oi boys.
Oi. This week we watched Sonic the Hedgehog.
We did. We did watch it.
No
It's
expectations.
a movie. Yeah. Um, it's not going to win any awards. I'm wondering why. Is his name Chris Pine? I
Ben
always get
Schwartz.
No, Chris Pine was the cop, right?
Oh no. Fuck. What's his name again? Forget. He's a very
He's
generic dude.
Oh, he's not Chris Pine, my bad. Okay. Anyway, I was like, Chris Pine, what are you doing? Like,
James Marston.
yeah, I forgot about him. What's he doing in this movie?
Yeah, Cyclops.
How do you Well, that explains it. But like how do you play supporting actor to Sonic?
Yeah, you're essentially talking to like a little green screen. I don't know. I know why they put him there,
Yeah.
but not James Marston specifically, but the human element. He's there for a reason, just to give Sonic purpose, right? Otherwise, he's just a hedgehog, thumbing through the world. Um, but this
Which
is
would have been cool. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, but not for a movie, especially not for the boomers. The boomers are like, what is this? Why'd you take me here? Cool little popcorn flick. Nothing too crazy or memorable about it. Jim Carrey is funny as hell in this one though.
Yes.
Classic crazy Jim Carrey.
I would like Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartzman? Ben Schwartz
Of course.
is supposed to be hilarious, but like somehow Sonic is like self-aware or something. It's just like I feel like Ben Schwartz put too much of himself into Sonic.
Yeah,
Um,
Ben Schwartz didn't voice Sonic. John Ralphio did. I couldn't get that shit out of my head watching it
yeah,
the entire time. Um, Lots of cool little, video game moments in this. Nothing to write home about. It's probably one of the better video game movies, but the bar is so low that, man, you know what I mean?
I guess it's better, but I just have so many criticisms. Like, why not get Jaleel White to do the voice of Sonic? Because he was the voice of Sonic. Like, why
So,
not? Like, what's
so
he
many other
doing?
people too that could voice. I mean, Sonic really doesn't have a voice, but
Do
there's
a voice, please. Like, do any voice. Don't just talk in your normal voice.
yeah,
Because people know your normal voice as John Rappio.
you can. I don't know. So many other people that they could have got that have been so much better.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that played in the Pokemon Detective Pikachu,
Mm-hmm.
he would have been
Ryan
good.
Reynolds.
No, the other kid, the kid. Forget his
Oh,
name. I think his name is shit.
Snorlax.
Yeah,
I don't think it's Snorlax.
definitely not.
My Instagram ads are Snorlax from Build-A-Bear just over and over again. I'm like, God damn it.
Justice Smith.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of them. You could have got. I mean, I know he's Spider Man, but you could have got Shamik Moore. He's Miles Morales. He voices Miles Morales. How many other actors that are great voice actors. Ben Schwartz is not one of them.
Sorry, John Raffio.
Yeah.
You're just not it. It's not. I want to hear you talk about chili dogs and going fast, not about like your lonely life, you know?
Yeah, but props
And
to the studio that made Sonic for going back to the drawing board and redoing the face of Sonic. Thank you.
okay, I just thought of it. You know what the best video game movie is, and everyone will agree.
What?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Never seen it.
Okay, can we watch that, please?
Sure.
Because the voice actors in that one, like, take your pick. They were all playing video game characters.
I could probably see Wreck-It Ralph. It's on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, it's really good. Watch it with your mom.
Okay.
She probably has seen it a dozen times. She knows what's up.
All right.
Another great Disney movie. Have you seen that one?
Which one?
Up?
Yes.
Okay, that'll make you sob.
Up is not Disney though. Up is DreamWorks.
Disney Pixar.
All right. Hold on. Let me see.
Is this like Berenstein or Berenstain?
Disney Pixar. What am I thinking of? That's DreamWorks.
Minions?
Probably. Okay. Yeah. Sonic, one thumb up, one thumb sideways. Some good parts, some meh.
All it did was make me want chili dogs. I did appreciate the few nods, you know, the Easter eggs, like, oh, he like ate a chili dog as he was like flying through the air at the bar fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see Sonic getting in bar fights.
Yeah,
Do
weird.
you?
No.
Yeah, I don't. Who wants to see Sonic in a bar fight? I want to see Sonic going fast. Like,
Yeah, to be honest with you, like if I was in charge of making a Sonic movie, it would be a la Into the Spider-Verse, 100% fully animated and in its own universe, not interfering with real life. You know what I mean? Some mid life
it
crisis cop.
doesn't fit. Are there other Sonic the Hedgehogs? Like,
Yeah, there's Shadow, there's Knuckles, there's the pink one. I don't remember
no,
her name.
he's not a natural hedgehog, right? Like, hedgehogs don't look like him in this world, or do they? Like, they should have explained that. Like, what are you, right? Like,
He's an armadillo. Who knows?
or a demon or whatever, the like one crazy man in town that actually knew he existed.
Yes.
That could have been funnier. I was like, come on. Like, you set yourself up for a really good punt on that joke. Then it kind of fell flat. Like, the irony of that, you know, like the evil man,
Yeah.
the only one that knows. That was funny.
You want to move on to Lovecraft?
Yes.
All right, spoilers ahead. Lovecraft Country, episode 10, Full Circle.
I thought the show was over. So I was like, oh, what? There's another one? So yeah, there was another one. It was longer. It was a full hour, right?
Yep.
That's what I was expecting for the final ep. But yeah, I know you liked it, but I got lost. Like,
So let's talk about it.
okay.
What'd you get lost about?
Christina. So like her quest turns out to be evil, right?
Yeah,
And so
so
they're like, we're gonna stop her, but then she like all of a sudden goes full psycho witch and like, you know, basically crucifies Atticus, slits him open. Like, you didn't have to slice his whole arm open. You could have just like taken a little bit, right? Like,
no, she
anyway.
needed all of it, apparently. But this is what was supposed to happen in the very beginning, in episodes 1 and 2. She is carrying out what her father failed to do, which was get immortality. She succeeded. I know we're jumping ahead, but this is a case of Chekhov's gun. We knew they gave us information that Atticus was going to die a long time ago,
In the
episodes
book?
ago. No, in the show. We've
No, but
known.
because of the book.
No, before that. Episode 5 with the Kimiko, she,
Uh-huh.
saw his death. And there might be one more instance of us knowing that he was going to die. But in this episode, there were a few key moments where they do, I don't know, this could be hit or miss sometimes, but they do the missing scenes, and they did it in a very interesting way for,
Mm-hmm.
who was there. But if you notice, if you rewatch it, there's a scene where Michael K. Hall, Montrose, Letty, and Atticus are in the kitchen talking about their plan, and Atticus says, what if this is just one instance of the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is after they go into the astral plane, which we'll double back to in a second. And he looks at Letty, and Letty looks at him, and she gives him a look like, motherfucker, you're lying.
Mm.
And then Jonathan Majors is so good. He puts on this face like, shit, I know I'm lying. And they're trying to sell Atticus's dad on the whole plan. So what happens? He is dying. They need to open the book that they got to try to use the Book of Names to save her. The book is a booby trap. He opens the book and fucking flies to a page that has his birthmark on it. We later find out soon after that the birthmark was there from, I believe, his great grandmother or great great grandmother. This is passed on through generations. That is
Yeah.
a mark to hide his lineage, to hide his bloodline, so that people won't try to kill him like Christina is trying to do.
Ah.
The woman with the pregnant woman running was the original one that escaped with the Book of Names, and the fire burning is essentially what is like her, I guess, like her astral plane or like a purgatory or something like that she created, unbeknownst to her, where her ancestors live. And if you notice this, if you double back a few episodes, before we found out that same episode, we found out that Letty was pregnant. She had the same dream as Atticus.
Yeah. But a little different.
Yeah, very much different because they have different paths. You want to know why she had the same dream?
Because now she's in the blood, or she has the bloodline in her.
Yes. So she's technically, because she has Atticus's son inside of her, she's family. So she's privy to that ancestral plane type area. And is another reason why she's able to cast spells and how she was able to cast Atticus's mother from the circle. So that explains it. They're tying up all of the like little loose ends in such a way that you have to pay attention. You have to watch this like 2 or 3 times. I've seen it 3 times already. Just watching it
Jeez.
over and over again.
I know. I was like, you picked up all this
Yeah.
from one time? Okay.
No, I've watched it a few times.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to say that one of the highlights, some of the things that might seem like one-offs or out of place, like the Vietnam episode, where it sets up 2 things. It sets up Gia, which is his ex-girlfriend, the Korean woman, that she's a Kamiko, that she could, she links to people when she's aroused. And then it also sets up like the brutality, or like gives you an idea of what Atticus is capable of,
Mm-hmm.
as, being a war veteran. And that comes into the circle because he fucking eviscerates this dude. Titus. They bring back Titus and they bring back their ancestors to
Mm.
get a piece of him. So the plan is, since he has Titus's blood, they're trying to do a reverse okey doke. So get a piece of Titus, get a piece of Christina, and obviously Atticus, he would be there in the flesh, and reverse the spell or use it against her. What that plan is, we don't know at this point
Mm-hmm.
in the story. We get that later. Um, what did you think of how they handled the ending? Do you think it was like a good conclusion?
So, but if you're confused, then maybe not. Like, if I still can't get over the fact that Hippolyta has that crazy blue wig on, and then, it just seems so familiar. Like the sacrificial lamb, you know, who is reluctant. Like, he even had his like kind of Garden of Eden, Garden of Gethsemane moment, which is like where Jesus went before he was going to be crucified, and he was really like not, he was having doubts.
Yeah.
Um, and so I even saw that. So I was like, okay. And then the scene reminded, like, which is like really religiously fueled. Like, it reminded me of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, like the sacrifice of Aslan. Like, same thing. Aslan is seen as the savior that has to like walk this walk, and even has the like Garden of Gethsemane, and then goes forward with the self-sacrifice, and is like cut open in the same way. Like, um I guess I just saw it as like a trope, like a classic self-sacrifice. I was like, hey, just like Jesus. I was like, I thought I was just disappointed there was no Cthulhu in the last.
Yeah.
I kept thinking one was gonna show up. I was like, give us one last, tentacle shebang.
Yeah, I
Don't
don't
Google
that
tentacle shebang, by the way.
that's something that we could talk about in a minute or whatever. Where do they go from here? But I thought it was really handled well. I think that they the Hippolyta episode and the Korea War episode really gave those characters purpose for me, even though they weren't directly tied, and it seemed a little bit out of place watching it week by week. But I feel like if you were to binge this, it would make much more sense because you
Okay.
would have all that information, in the back of your mind, rather than the Hippolyta episode being over a month ago. You know what I mean?
Right?
Um. So yeah, Hippolyta is a badass. She's one of my favorite characters in the show. Love that actress. But Jonathan Majors carries this shit. He's so
Yeah,
good.
he's very good. Yeah. His accent, like his acting, yes, it's undeniable. This
He
might not be his like home run show, like this might not be the like biggest breakout appearance, but it'll definitely put him on the
if it
map
cleans
for.
up at the Emmys, then yes. But
Yeah.
Hollywood's been trying to push him. He's been in a few movies this year alone,
Mm-hmm.
and he got scooped up by Kevin Feige and Marvel to play a Ant-Man 3 villain. I think we talked
Yeah.
about that. So yeah, more Jonathan Majors coming. But yeah, a lot of things. I think I called this when we were watching it. I was like, yeah, that's not fucking Ruby. She's dead. When Ruby came in to, save the day and give them Christina's blood, and 100%
Yeah,
that was
it was
true.
fun to get to like have that moment where you realize like, whoa, 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 wait, and sure enough, um, you will realize it before Letty does, but Letty did a really good job of the like realization, just like, oh my god, wait,
What kind
the
of threw me
horror.
off? What threw me off about Ruby was, okay, they played up that she was so soulful and she was a singer and she was so into it in the very, earlier episodes. When they were in the car singing the song, she was very held back and mute. It
Yeah,
didn't
that
really
was
say
weird
anything.
too. Like what?
That's what
Oh,
those little details, like, they're so smart with putting those in the show. And they basically told you the ending. And let's pretty much get to it. So Christina wanted to sacrifice Atticus, get the Book of Names, say a spell, fulfill her destiny, fulfill her father's destiny, and become immortal. She accomplishes those things. Very weird, very Carrie, very bloody. And I appreciated the shot of her in all red. Her white dress turns red. There's a
yeah,
plot hole that really fucking annoyed me, and it needs to be reverted. They emphasized that when you turn into somebody else, you come out looking a fucking mess. You come out
true.
bloody, nasty, naked. Why was she so clean and in a white dress?
Right. That's why I was just like, oh, this is so like, what is this?
Yeah, that annoyed me. That yeah, that's probably my biggest like gripe with this episode. I was like, really, dude? Um, but yeah, there was a shot of what they try to simulate of Atticus looking down at her while she's just basking in his blood. Very creepy. Very good. Um,
She is creepy looking. Like she's like, oh, like she is attractive, but then also you're like, she's kind of creepy.
yeah, I was thinking about this. It's her teeth.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's got big eyes and big teeth. I mean, it makes her a great actress, but
She's very
it also
slender
makes
and
her,
tall too. So she's like,
yeah.
yeah, she's like 5'11", 5'10". She's Australian. She, licensed to be tall. Um, I love the way they ended this. We find out very later. I don't know who put the mark of protection on. I think it was Christina because she didn't want her to die, so she put a mark of protection on her. I don't think it was Atticus because Atticus really believed that she was dead, or maybe that it didn't work. But I think we found out. We saw a little glimpse of animated Ruby saying something at the little lighthouse thing, and yeah. So Atticus basically was preparing for his death. The whole plan was planned for centuries by his great grandmother, his mother, and grandma, and they they pretty much cracked the code. The whole plan was to ban white people from magic, and
I love that, by the way.
yeah,
It's a good solution. I support that.
and it makes sense because the Book of Names was hidden from Titus's family, his part of the family, for a long time, and they didn't have that. They only had pages of it and little snippets of it, not the full book. And so essentially they were the gatekeepers of the Book of Names for quite some time, maybe like 2 or 3 generations. So you're talking about 50 to 80 years.
Yeah.
um so yeah, the whole plan was that. And Atticus pretty much, I guess he just wanted to seal his fate for his kid, I guess. Because they were planning this stuff for a long time, right? They already settled on the name when they went back to 1921 in Tulsa. George Freeman.
Right.
Um, and I love the whole thing. So I don't remember why Hippolyta was there. I think she was more there for D, and to give some context of what happens to D, which we'll talk about that in a second. Love that shit. And yeah, the Kamiko was there too, and she was there to link Christina and Atticus together. And they fuck it up. They blow it up. That's it. No more magic for white people. Christina's under rocks.
Yeah, the immortal is dead.
Yeah. And she was, oh man, she was so good too. The actress that played Christina, so good because she got fucking impaled and was laughing. Was laughing it off.
Because she can't die.
Yeah. But the flashback scenes when the Kimiko basically like sucks both of them or impales and sucks both of them, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Sequence of flashbacks gave a lot of context to what's happening and what we missed in between. Did you like that or no?
The flashbacks?
Yeah, when she so she can, see the whole life of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was seeing, Atticus put her hand on little, I don't know, demon dog head,
Yeah.
which gave context of why the demon dog saved her. Um
The
gave
Sheogoth.
Yeah. What?
Sheogoth? Sheogoth, I think.
Are those what those ugly fucking things are called?
Yeah, with all the eyes all over them.
Yeah.
I thought that's what they were called.
We can call them that.
They're like Cthulhu. They're like Sheogorath. No.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of nice things, nice tidy up things. And I want one of my favorite parts of the episode, and I think we could probably wrap up if you want to pretty soon.
Shoggoth.
Shogoth.
Shoggoth. Shoggooth. I was off. I put an E in there. Yes, those are what those things are called. They're Lovecraftian horror monster.
Yeah.
Run around like hound dogs, apparently.
Fucking shit up. Atticus writes a letter to Montrose, and this is a reconciliation of their relationship. And it basically admits to the audience that Atticus Letty knew that Atticus was going to die. And he had to sacrifice himself to ban white people from magic. They would not stop because I think it's too deep, right? There's so many people that are into this that
Yeah.
this was the only way, or more people would keep popping up to get Atticus's blood. And I think what really sold him was he found out the story of why his great great grandmother left. It's because they were trying to kill her baby, which was still inside of her apparently. He says something. He doesn't say the whole quote, but it's from Alexandre Dumas, and it goes, "There is neither happiness nor misery in the world. There is only the comparison of one state with another, nothing more. He who has felt the deepest grief is best able to experience supreme happiness. We must have felt what it is to die, moral, that we may appreciate the enjoyments of life."
I wonder if that's from the Count of Monte Cristo.
That is
Cool.
the favorite book of Atticus. That pretty much explains it for me. That's like the tagline of this whole series.
Yeah.
And he gives Montrose a second chance of being a better father.
Yeah. Gosh. Such a terrible father. Like, yeah, he was abused too, but whatever. I didn't like that part of the story.
Yeah, but I think it gives a lot of context to why he was such a shitty dad. And a lot of people, I mean, that's the human condition, right? Like
Right.
a lot of things that happen to people, they become what they hate. I guess it's subconsciously or whatever. Some trauma will make people repeat, the sins that were, enacted upon them.
Yes.
Um, but I think that Atticus grew to understand that, and I think the gravity of like, what if you found out that a story that your parents said this a mystery person came and saved them was actually you from the future? How bad would that fuck you up? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that Montrose came to the conclusion that he was a shitty dad,
Yeah.
and that he was living a lie basically his entire life, and I think he's primed to not repeat the same mistakes.
Atticus or
Montrose,
Montrose?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like Atticus was going to start beating, his son. I'm just kind of like, yeah, we get it. You had a rough childhood, but Atticus did too at your hands, and he's not going to beat anybody.
Right. But I mean, it's that redemption, you know what I mean, of doing something good.
True. I just don't feel
Harboring.
like anybody's rooting for Montrose.
You don't think so? I think so. I was rooting for him.
Okay. He just beat the shit out of Atticus growing up. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but you have to really read into why he did it. It doesn't excuse what he did, but it gives you some
Mm-hmm.
context of it and the growth there, and why you root for him is to see if that he can bounce back or rebound from it. At least that's for me. Like we live in a society, lol, that basically makes your mistakes permanent. So
Yeah.
maybe I can get, I'm just taking this from a fiction world and applying it to real life, even though it'll never happen.
Yeah. Don't cancel Montrose, is what you're trying to say.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, this was a
Too late.
solid 8 out of 10 for me.
This
Eight and
was
a
a
half.
solid what's going on for me.
I think you have to watch it again. I think
But I don't want to watch it again.
not the whole series.
I have to watch the whole series again?
Yeah, but binge it.
No. It was so nightmare inducing. I had to watch it at a certain time.
Yeah, watch it at 7 in the morning. You'll be done by the evening.
Yeah, and I'll not sleep for the rest of the pandemic.
Or you will sleep, and that'll be beneficial.
Your ideas are terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Well, as long as we are on the same page with that.
Yeah, I love this thing. Thank you for sharing this with me. I would have never watched it otherwise.
Yeah. I'm glad I watched it. Got to see some tentacles, all around. 6.5 out of 10.
What killed it for you?
It just got real complicated. And then the savior motifs at the end, the trope.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can see that. I think that's a little too low. I mean, I think maybe a 7.5.
For the acting, yes, 7. That's why I was like, there was not a weak actor.
Hmm.
Who is weak?
Some side characters that were kind of sus for me, but no main actor was bad for me.
But not the supporting, even like Diana.
What the fuck is that?
Diana is the girl who's
Oh, the little girl. Yeah, D. She's the Terminator now, by the way.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm into bionic arms.
Yeah, I think that was another highlight. She fucking rips the throat. Rips her
Yeah, where'd
throat?
she get that?
Hippolyta. See, I could see where you're coming from, because most of the stuff is implied, right? After she gets the comic from Hippolyta, because Hippolyta
Mhm.
apparently could draw now. They go into the next room, and if you listen like very carefully, you could hear like machines whirring in the
Ah,
background. So I can see why most people would be like, "What the fuck? Why did she get that arm? That doesn't make any sense." But I think this show does a very good job of like implying shit, and it makes sense if you pay attention. But if you just miss it, that's why I watch it multiple times, because I didn't see that the first time I watched it. I was like, where the fuck did this arm come from?" And they hit it very well too. And they only showed you until the very end.
point of that. Like, this should be like, look at this girl's badass arm.
I think that's what, but they did it in a way where it's like a double entendre, right? I don't know if that's the right word, but it has a
No.
different double meaning of D coming to see her. Like, you know that, okay, so D was angry, right? If you pay attention to the newspaper that she was like scribbling on, they acquitted the people that killed Emmett Till. She was angry throughout this whole
Yeah.
process.
I
And
did not read the newspapers. My bad.
yeah, well, I'm a nerd, so whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get so into it and why I wasn't like nerding out over reading the newspapers and stuff. Probably because I was terrified.
Yeah, I think episode 8 killed it for you. The whole Jigga whatever, Jigga Bobo.
Oh, and then it came back.
Yeah, that's creepy, but yeah, bravo to the makeup team. They did a really good job. But yeah,
Costumes too.
it was supposed to be a double meaning of like he is supposed to be like, what is she gonna do? Oh, she has the dog there. The dog's gonna eat her. No, she's gonna choke this bitch out. Very
Okay.
personal. I'm gonna watch the life leave your body and then crunch your
The
throat.
dog. By the way, dog means the Shogoth,
Shogoth dog.
which I totally should have named my dog.
That
What's
is
his
not
name? Shogoth. This is his brother, Cthulhu. Yes, they're named after slightly racist author.
all right. I think I'm good.
All right, I'm good too. Guys, if you've made it this far, thank you. Thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe or like, what on whatever platform you're consuming this on. A reminder, we do movie nights every Monday at 7. Come join us. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.